Here are 5 surprising things that may be holding you back from making your best art ever. Hi, I'm Anna and I'm an artist. I post videos regularly of art demos, encouragement, inspiration, and artist chats like these. My goal is to inspire you and encourage you to work towards your full potential as an artist. Let's bring to light some of the things that might be blocking us from creating. Here's the first surprising thing that may be holding you back from creating art: isolation. A lot of visual artists do their work at home or in a studio, a lot of times by themselves, and they may not have the support of a group of fellow artists around them to encourage them, motivate them, inspire them, hold them accountable. And especially if they sell their work online instead of in a galleries, if they communicate with their clients just through email and social media, they may be having really low, tangible interaction with other artists and clients and other people in their art sphere. One great way you can combat this is just to find some other artists in your local area, or you could even do this online. There are lots of artist groups out there you could join, or you could start one yourself, just kind of reach out and see if there are any artists. You can do it in your field of art, if you're a photographer or if you're a painter, or you can just broaden it open to, general artists in general, performing and visual arts. So I'm part of a group that meets monthly, and sometimes we just kind of share what we're working on. Sometimes we'll have an art night and bring a project and work on it. And sometimes we will bring in a speaker or have some kind of discussion or go out and see a gallery together. And this group has done wonders for me in motivating me to make more art and providing accountability for people that I can, share my goals and then come back and tell them my progress on them. It's been so inspiring to hear and see what other people are doing and to even be able to collaborate with them. So I encourage you to try to find some kind of community surrounding your artwork and not to try to find your way on your own. The second thing that may be holding you back in your artwork is phone addiction or any kind of screen addiction. We all know how addicting phones can be, and especially when you get into scrolling, whether it's Instagram or Twitter. I don't know about you, but I've seen a lot of my time sucked away by just sitting there in front of a screen. So if you are serious about making more art, severely decrease your screen time, and you will find yourself producing a lot more rather than just consuming others. Now, there's definitely a time and a place for getting inspired by others. I love to see different videos and pictures from YouTube and Instagram of other artists' work and to be inspired by that, to get ideas. But you can sense when it turns into, I'm just scrolling and I'm just taking in, I'm not putting anything out. Severely limiting, or even just for a while, detoxing yourself of social media and screen time will inevitably give you more time and energy to work on your own artistic projects. I've never forgot when my dad one time told me I'd much rather go out and live my life than sit on the couch and watch someone else live theirs. And he was talking about spending time watching TV. That's always stuck with me. It's every day we have a choice, and I think about that daily, whether we're just going to sit around and kind of wish for things to happen, or if we're going to make a decision and live our life and work towards becoming the person that we want to be and doing the things that we want to do. A third surprising thing that may be holding you back from creating your artwork is clutter. When I go down into my little studio in the basement, there's just stuff everywhere from my last project. It's going to take a lot of putting away and finding in order to start something new. It's really demotivating. And so I find that keeping my space clean, keeping things in having a home for everything and putting everything in its home is really helpful in order to be able to just, get in there and make something when I feel inspired. Because as an artist, that when you're having those inspirations and you're excited about creating, time to capitalize on that and get into the studio or get your canvas out and start making something. What I found that if I'm really blocked and just can't make myself, if I've got commissions to work on I should be doing and I'm just really putting it off, procrastinating it, sometimes I'll just go into my art studio area and I'll just start cleaning up and, putting things in order, putting things away, and just kind of making a space functional again. It somehow just kind of kickstarts my motivation, and I get to thinking, oh, this is looking good. Hey, I might as well just grab out some paints. I might as well start that project Starting is the hardest part for art for probably a lot of things, but once you're starting, you know that feeling where you just kind of start, you get into that creative flow and then it's more enjoyable. Starting is hard, so I find something as simple as just going into the studio and cleaning up, putting things in order is a great way to just ease into that start and also kind of clear my mind so I can work better. When it's clutter everywhere, it's just really hard to function for me. I think for others too, maybe not everybody, but and as artists, we tend to, I shouldn't generalize, but like we tend to be all over the place. You know, you have sticky notes of all your ideas, you have half started something there and half started there, probably like 100 half started things and not finished. And you know, when you're in the flow, you're getting all sorts of things out, you're working on it and not necessarily putting everything away. That's fine in the moment, but then I feel like if you're having trouble like getting the work done that you want to or getting back into your work and feeling blocked, sometimes just cleaning up and decluttering can really make a difference. And along that line too, having a functional space, like if things are easy to reach and set out, like even if you know you have your easel and your canvas and your paints just set up in the corner of your living room or wherever you paint, if you have things set up and ready to go, it makes you a lot more likely to jump over there and start creating when you get the inspiration. The fourth surprising thing that might be stopping you from creating artwork, and this is having an excuses mindset. We can look at a thing like, I want to make more art, I want to finish that commission, I want to try that big piece, and in our mind can pop up all the reasons that we can't do it. I really want to make that huge big acrylic pour. Pops up in my mind, oh, I don't have a big canvas right now. Or, well, I'd need, a few hours in order to mix all the paints to do that. And so I'm going to have to wait. I'm going to put it off. I'll put it off until I have a Saturday sometime, when we're not doing anything. Your mind can tend to find all the reasons why you can't do something. Instead, I found it so helpful to switch my mindset to finding the ways it is possible to do it. So if I start thinking of an excuse, I'll go, okay, I want to do this thing. There's a lot of reasons that could stop me from doing this. There's a lot of reasons that I can't do this, but how can I do it? Okay, the first thing I could do is, I'm going to put that on my shopping list. I'm going to put that canvas on my shopping list. That's like a super easy thing to do. Then next time out and about doing errands, I'm going to pick up that canvas. And then maybe the next evening, maybe not wait for a Saturday. That's never going to come when we have nothing going on. And maybe in the evening after the kids go to bed, hey, I'm just going to get out that big canvas. I'm just going to go for it. Just going to, try. I can always paint over if it doesn't work out. I'm just going to go for it. I'm just going to try. I'm going to take the one step that I can. So having a mindset where you're looking for the ways you can do something instead of finding on the reasons that you can't do it. Super helpful. And the fifth and the last thing that I thought of for this video that may be stopping you from making more art is an underlying belief that art is a waste of time and not useful. I have a lot of strong beliefs about this, but I'm just gonna try to condense it down to say that if we feel that art is not really useful because maybe it's not our full-time job, we're not making an income, so we see it as a hobby, we see it as something kind of, fluffy or frivolous or something extra to do, when you get all the important things done. And, even though art can, in some sense, seem like a useless thing, it's not utilitarian, such as filling up the car with gas or like you need to eat every day, otherwise you'll starve. Well, you think in your mind like, well, I don't need to paint to survive. I don't need to look at art in order to survive. But to me, I see that art and beauty is like the life of the soul. So just as we need food in order for our body to thrive, we need beauty for our soul to thrive. Without it, we just, we get into this mundane utilitarian existence where we're focused on efficiency, productivity, all the things we have to do, getting stuff done, that mindset. And taking time for things of truth and beauty like artwork can seem like something that should be saved for the margins. Now, obviously, you don't have this problem if you're a full-time artist, but for the many of us who do art on the side, or even just as a hobby, it can be hard to justify the time spent doing it. So if that's you, I suggest you to watch this video that I'm gonna leave right up here, and I hope that it encourages you to just be confident in the vocation that you've been given as an artist, in the identity that you have. It's so important. And I encourage you to just, dismiss those thoughts that I can't do art because, I have a lot more important things to do. You do have a lot of important things to do. All of us do. But art is one of those things. And so I believe that it has a place somewhere in your life. So don't give up. And I hope that you've enjoyed these 5 ideas of things that may be blocking you as an artist. I hope that you're able to, face off these 5 things and clear the way so you can make a lot more of your amazing artwork. And if you resonated with any of these ideas, I'd love if you leave a comment, maybe share the thing that blocks you, whether it's one of these things, maybe it's something else that you can identify for the rest of us. If this video was helpful to you, please give it a thumbs up. And I'd love to have you as a new subscriber. I post videos each week that I really hope encourage and inspire other artists to grow to their full potential. Take care, and God bless, and I will see you again.